Hey everyone, this is 𝗖𝗹𝗹 from Alchemist Academy. Today I will be doing part 2 of the latest questions for drag and drops, which is the reading fill in the blanks. I will be using some grammar rules as well as your parts of speech. So make sure that you watch this video till the end and understand the explanation of all the latest exam questions. All right, everyone. So let's start with some latest reading fill in the blanks questions, which is basically known as drag and drops. Let's have a look. Now, with your reading fill in the blanks, please remember that it's all about parts of speech and how do you go with them. Okay, so let's have a look. So we will just quickly skim and scan this question. This one talks about gender, women, men. So it's about the gender of men and women, something related to that. Okay, authority, that's a noun. Protested, it's a verb in the past form. Earner is a noun. Appreciated is a verb in the past form. Challenged is a verb in the past form. Traditional is an adjective. Okay. With the popularity of gender equality campaign and cultural change, the dash roles of men and women, the dash roles of men. So if you look at this part over here, the dash, after this, you should have a noun because the determiner is always followed by a noun. But in this case, you already have roles. So in this case, what describes the word roles? You need to think like that. If roles is a noun, then what describes the word roles? In this case, we need to find an adjective. So the adjective over here is only, let's say, traditional. So I'll just put the traditional roles of men as the dash and of women. Okay, as the dash. After the word the, you also need a noun. So you have the word authority. You have the word earner. So I cannot put these verbs in there. So in this case, I cannot say as the authority. It doesn't sound correct. I would say as the earner. And the women in which they stay at home are dash today. After the word are, you need a verb. So the verbs are protested, appreciated, and challenged. So a traditional role is, can it be challenged? Maybe. Can it be appreciated? Maybe. Can it be protested? Maybe. But protested by whom? There's no one, it doesn't say like it's being protested by whom. So I would not put appreciated. The best one that goes with the sense of the sentences, I would say, is are challenged. In this case, I think challenged is the one that fits in the best. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay. Next one talks over here about health, got market forces. You again have got market forces again. Okay, so this one is about market forces. Okay, fair enough. Let's have a look. What is there about market forces? Now, we'll go with the answer options first. So vague, it's an adjective. Level is a noun. Imposes can be a noun plus verb. Lifts is a verb. False is an adjective. Imbalance is an adjective. It can also be a noun, depends how you use it. Expense can be both adjective and it can be a noun. Okay, I would say more of a noun, expenses, because you can convert it to a plural form. Okay, modern health has been created mainly through the action of market forces, which now dominate the whole of the industrial world. It is based on the dash premise that we all start an equal point. Okay, the word premise is a noun. After the word the, you actually need a noun. But this blank, we would actually put an adjective. So we've got over here false as an adjective. We've got over here vague as an adjective. We can, in this case, let's say if you were to go, let's say if I don't know the meaning of the word vague, okay? At the false premise or at the vague premise, it doesn't sound naturally correct. So I'll just put false premise here. Okay. Of course, nobody starts at the same point. Yep, I think this is the right one because this says that we all start at the same point, but nobody starts at the same point. So it's false, it's not true. Market forces help a few to become very wealthy at the dash of many who become poorer. At the dash. Okay. With this word, you again need a noun. So the nouns over here was expense, imbalance, and we can say level. At the level of many people who become poorer, no. At the imbalance No, at the expense. I would probably put the word at the expense of many who become poorer. This is taking place all over the world. There is an increasing number of hungry and desperate people living in utter poverty. Yet there are millionaires of nationalities throughout the developed world. Market forces are inevitably acting to divide a world because they separate one section of society from another. Strangely enough, to create a society based on the free play of market forces, there must be a very strict control over economy to ensure business efficiency. This is the position of commercialization. It dash restrictions on the natural greed of the society. It dash. Okay. So we are missing an entire verb in this sentence. So the verbs were imposes. We've got lifts, and we may use, let's say, imbalances as well. Can I say it imbalance restrictions? No, because it doesn't sound correct. If I go with this, it lifts restriction or it imposes restrictions. Either one of them should be right. So if you follow the story of the passage so far, it's talking about like there is a lot of inequality. So it is increasing the inequality. So basically, it does not lift it. It imposes. Imposes means you're trying to put it on to it. Okay, like it is giving you the inequality there. Okay. Now it imposes inequality. Sorry, it imposes restrictions on the national needs of the society. When the politicians are not meeting the needs of the society, the people revolt. When people's voice is not heard, there will inevitably be revolution. Part of that revolution is the growing crime rate and the violent street protests, which are the result of the dash of our society. The dash, after the word the, you would need a noun. So let's continue reading this. Two great wealth side by side and two great poverty. So I can't put vague there again. Level will not go. It would not say lifts. I would put imbalance because there is a huge imbalance in our society. There is too much wealth and too much poverty. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, this one is about bird watchers and it's about species, birds. Okay, this is about some bird watchers. Okay, let's go through it. Now, in this case over here, let's have a look. So what exactly about the word watches? So you got the word traveling. Traveling is a verb. Chance is a noun. Breeding is a verb as well. Warmer, adjective. Quantity, noun. Species is basically a noun. Genes is also a noun. Okay, let's have a look. For bird watchers in southern Mexico, in southern New Mexico, September can be highly entertaining. Good number of many diverse dash many diverse. Many is not singular, it's plural. So the answer of this blank is most likely something in the plural form. So let's see what we have in the plural. I've got genes and species. Can genes be on the move? Not really. It is about bird watchers. So we will definitely put species are on the move during this time. Dash southward from northern dash grounds. Okay. What are these birds doing? What are these birds going to do? They are on the move. So what do you mean by move? They would probably be traveling. And also we need a verb in this. This blank is missing a verb. Traveling southward from the northern dash. So traveling southward from the northern dash grounds to places they will spend the winter. So what kind of grounds will they be spending their winter in? Let's have a look. So if you look at this, can I say grounds is basically like a noun. So I need an adjective. I've got quantity, I've got warmer, and I've got breeding. In this case, I would probably say I cannot put quantity grounds. I can put warmer and I can also put breeding. So they will probably go to the, I would say in this case, southward northern breeding grounds. I would put the word breeding because that's where they will be, spending their winters. And that's what most of the birds do as well. They travel when they want to breed, they move, some of them migrate. And there's always a dash that some rare or unusual bird will turn up. There is always a dash, a. After the word a, you also need a noun. So we have genes or chance. The word a is singular. So of course I would probably put the word chance. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. This one is about languages, John Milton, and it's about, okay, it's about John Milton basically. Okay, let's have a look at this. So you have the word questions. Questions is basically a noun. Groundbreaking is an adjective. Education, noun. Mediocre, it is an adjective. Simulations is a noun. Discipline is a noun. Several is an adjective. Few is also an adjective. Okay. John Milton wrote in a wide range of genres in dash languages and on an extraordinary range of subjects. Okay, languages. Okay, what kind of languages did we? Languages is noun. So what kind of languages? We need to put an adjective. I've got the word groundbreaking, mediocre, several, few. So what will be the right one in this? So can I put he has written in few languages? If it is wide range, it cannot be few. Can I put mediocre languages? Not really. We don't have, that's not the right collocation. We don't have mediocre languages. The only thing I can think is several, that he has written it in several languages and on extraordinary range of subjects. Because if you look at this, languages is also in plural. So it cannot be singular anyway. His was a more general dash than is offered in Cambridge these days. His was more general dash. Okay, general is an adjective. I need to put a noun here. So I've got questions, I've got education, I've got simulations, and I've got discipline. His was a more general. Questions or simulations will not be the right answer because this is singular. So general ideas, it's possible, but general questions, Cambridge offers education, so I don't think this would be the right one. I cannot put general simulations as well. And as I just mentioned that Cambridge provides education, I think general education then is offered in Cambridge these days. And it continued after 7 years here, equipping him with the tools to write some of the most dash literature ever seen. After the word most, you also need an adjective. So what adjective can we put? We have groundbreaking, mediocre, and few. Most and few, that doesn't go together. Most mediocre literature ever seen. Not really. Mediocre means like quite low level. I would probably put most groundbreaking literature ever seen. And to engage as a polemicists on many different social, political, and theological dash. So many things together, many different social, political, and theological dash. So many is again plural, answer has to be plural. So I've got questions and I've got simulations. So simulation is you're just trying to replicate something. I think it's about literature. I'll just put questions here. Okay. Let's go next. Okay. Now in this case over here, we have, it's about information, databases, acoustics, noise matters. Okay, it's about some database and some noise. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay. Regulations is a noun, telltales noun, crude is an adjective, raising is a verb, perceptions is a noun, taking is also a verb. Okay, let's have a look at this. We don't have any databases of this sort of information, as well as these records of sound levels that take no account of the fact that people vary in their dash of noise. So someone like me with a few years of working in acoustics might be very different from you in that regards. In their dash, there is a word which will definitely go into plural. So I have like regulations and perceptions. Well, it is about my thoughts, so it will be my perceptions. And after the word there, you also need a noun. So perceptions is one of the nouns. but anyway, even though these noise maps are fairly dash, they've been useful in providing information. Are fairly dash. Okay. They've been fairly dash. That's going to be a bit tricky. So fairly, if you look at it, is an adverb. And adverb can define three things. It can define a verb, it can define itself, it can define an adjective. So in this case, I can say that they've been fairly, let's say they've been fairly, what are the adjectives I can put over here? Fairly raising, fairly taking, fairly crude. Yeah, that's an adjective, that they've been fairly crude, but they've been useful. Crude means like unfiltered. But they've been useful in providing information and dash awareness. Okay, providing information and dash awareness. So providing is a verb, information is a noun. So verb and noun combination. Here I've got a conjunction. I should have a verb and noun combination as well. So I have a noun, I need to find a verb. So I've got two verbs here. I've got taking and raising. So they've been useful in providing information, and you cannot take awareness, you can raise awareness. Okay, that noise matters. We need to deal with, and so it's a political matter, and that's important. We need rules and regulations. I just use my collocation knowledge over. We need rules and regulations. Okay, let's see what scores we get, and let's see what happens here. There you go. So it's a perfect 90. Remember, when you're doing drag and drops, skim the question, look at parts of speech, understand how to do it. Okay, so good luck for your test. So I hope that you understood how to use your parts of speech, and why do I always look at the answer options when I'm solving the questions, because it gives you the right direction and gives you a proper understanding. So keep practicing, and if you would like a free trial for the Alchemist AI, grab a free trial and ace the test.